Welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant series, and today we're going to be covering our planetary position of Sun in the 12th house in the sign of Cancer for Leo ascendant person. And what happens when you have a Leo ascendant and your ascendant Lord Sun sits in the 12th house in the sign of Cancer. And this is different from my series of planets through houses, planets through signs. Now we're combining these two things together and their energy together. And what comes out of it, is what the results of these energies are. And that's what we're going to discuss today. And as always, if you do not know where your sun is placed, what ascendant you have, all your other planetary placements, all your other astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my conjunctions, my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link. So, Sun in the 12th house for a Leo ascendant person. So, Leo ascendant, which is a ascendant ruled by Sun, because Sun rules the sign of Leo, is it's a very dynamic sign. It's a sign related to the throne, the royal throne. It's a sign related to, children. It's a sign related to attain the highest and regal of education in your life. Leo represents a person who needs to be in a leadership role naturally. That's their natural instincts. Like they need to be in a leadership role. They're very careful. They are quite silent in nature. It's that nature of tiger, the lion. How a lion is very slow and steady. They're sleeping all day, but then they're very careful when it comes to hunting. Now, the lord of this, and especially the ascendant itself, is your ego, your self-esteem, who you are as a person. And lord of that sun is in the 12th house now. And what is the 12th house? 12th house represents foreign places, foreign lands, multinational companies, hospitals, asylums, monasteries, sanctuaries, jails, spiritual sanctuaries. Any confined space is seen as a 12th house. And then the sign of Cancer resides there, which is the house of Moon, which is the house of emotions, security. It's a house of psychic channeling. It represents the motherly feelings. So when the ascendant lord is in the 12th house shows, naturally, a person takes time to develop their ego and their identity in life. These people become quite introverted instead of extroverted. They like to understand themselves from isolated places. They understand their ego and they understand who they are in foreign places. They're emotionally connected to traveling and experiencing in different places, which helps them emotionally connect with their own self. And this shows that a person will naturally move to foreign places, foreign lands, because not only the 12th house is a house of foreign lands, but it's in the movable sign of Cancer. Movable sign is about moving, shifting. This also represents shifting of personality, like this person will be able to shift their personality from who they were to who they are in future. Most of the time, a Leo ascendant person will really stay who they are. This is the fixed natured sign. This is a fiery sign where the fire doesn't die. But because the lord of that is in a water sign, and water moves and changes, these people have a very changeable personality, very changeable way of dealing with things and their emotions. Naturally, they like to deal with their feelings from privacy. They will not show that they are emotional. They will not show that they are vulnerable. They will only show that behind the scenes. They will only show that to a select few. And especially depending upon, certain nakshatras, this person's personality will naturally gravitate towards being in a hospital-like environment where they can, heal people. They like to be in asylums where they can rehabilitate people, or like maybe somebody who may be a warden in a jail and they want to rehabilitate inmates because they feel like they're their children. So the 12th house matters, where your energy becomes like the mother. Those things become like your children, like you want to nourish that house. And the nourishment is your ego towards that house. So this is why naturally these people fall into such, professions, fall into such areas of life where they, by doing certain work, they understand themselves better. They understand their ego better, their pride better. This also shows that your father travels a lot for his work and travels to foreign places, foreign land. And there's a deep emotional connection with the father. There's always this subconscious connection with the father at all times, especially if sun is in a good position. And, especially if it's hemmed by malefics, if, it's being conjunct by malefic planets, then shows that there was no emotional connection with the father. Your father either traveled or left early on in age where you couldn't build that emotional bond and you just have this very distant relationship with the father. But naturally, the personality, the ego, the vitality of a person will be seen through a more of a emotional spectrum, emotional glass. They will not come out as these bold Leos as they come out. No, they'll be a bit more sensitive. They'll be a bit more understanding, reclusive than other Leos that you might notice in your life. Okay. So guys, this is my analysis of Sun in the 12th house for Cancer Ascendant. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Sun is placed, all my reports, books, consultations, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.